Thank you for continuing to watch. This is video 3 of the Disney collection. Alright, next one up is one, it's probably one of my least favorite of the Disney Renaissance, and I think it's most people's least favorite of the Disney Renaissance, and that's Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think a lot of people didn't like this because, it's unrealistic, because everyone no one, even the people who haven't read the book, know that Quasimodo wasn't jumping on, sliding down shit on the bell towers and singing and shit. And the end of the book is incredibly depressing, and this has a happy ending, and Esmeralda looks like a whore, and whatever. So, not one of my favorites. It's got some pretty damn good songs, but other than that, it's not really. But this has a DTS track on it. One of the few Disney movies that I know that has a DTS track on it. Next one up has really good songs, really good acting. It deserves a fucking special edition, but it hasn't gotten one, and that's Hercules. I think a lot of people don't like this one too, but I really, really like this one. I was, 13 when this came out, so it was getting towards the end of the Disney scene times, but still, I really like this movie. This has a making of, and that's it. Making a featurette, which means it's probably incredibly short. I don't believe it's anamorphic widescreen, and the audio sucks, so it needs a new, needs a special edition now. What's really funny is that they've come out with special editions of every movie that came out during that time, like a 2-disc special edition, except for this and Hunchback of Notre Dame. So I find that incredibly odd, but I don't know, whatever. Next one up, actually, I think Hercules was the last one I saw with my mom in the theater, before she died, which was like well after that, but I think that was the last one I saw with her in the theater. Because this one I saw with my brother in the theater, and this one I just watched recently, and it's fantastic. I forgot how good it was. It's Mulan. Glad this came out in a 2-disc special edition because it deserved it. Unbelievable audio. When I watched this the other day and had the surround sound going, it was really, really good. Good songs. Not too many, though. I think there's only maybe 4, maybe 5 songs. It's not a lot. This one's a bit more serious, and I believe this is the first one that they show blood in. It's real faint, but it's there. And it's good. Very, very, very good. I never saw the sequel, but I'm sure it sucks. Okay, next up we have an old DVD release, but still good. I watched this also recently, and it's still pretty good. Tarzan, which, I don't know how people feel about this one. I kind of liked it. Wasn't as good as the other ones, but, this one's pretty good too. This one has a crap load of special features. This was back when they were doing the 1-disc and then the 2-disc collector's edition. They did it with this, they did it with Emperor's New Groove, they did it with Dinosaur, and I can't remember if they did it with anything else, but this one's really good. They re-released this as a 2-disc, as, a few years ago. I don't know if it has all the same special features. I want to say it doesn't, but I could be wrong. Okay, next one up, is Fantasia 2000, which I saw when I was in school because I was in band, and we went, and it was like an extra type thing. We went to Navy Pier and saw it on the IMAX. It was really good. This is pretty good. It's got 2 audio commentaries and then some shorts, and it's also got a 45-minute making of, which is in the same vein as the first Fantasia. So this is a pretty good release. Also out of print. So is the Tarzan, and that's it. This is also out of print, but again, Tarzan and this one were released as 2 discs, and I think all the same special features are on them, I'm not sure. This is Emperor's New Groove, the Ultimate Groove Collector's Edition. Again, this is in the same vein as the Tarzan. It's also a thick case, just like Tarzan. A lot of special features, so worth it, I think. Next one, this is the end of the Renaissance period. I think a lot of people don't like this movie, and honestly, I don't know why, because I think it's actually a pretty good movie, and that is Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Not anywhere near as good as the ones in the 90s, but this one was pretty good. I don't know why people keep putting it down. It's, I think it's the first PG animated Disney movie since The Black Cauldron, and that was, at this point, it was 15, 16 years. So, I think this is pretty good. Michael J. Fox's voice. This was Jim Varney's last performance, I think, for a Disney movie. It might have been his last film, period. No, I take that back, it wasn't. But anyway, you know, this was released a year after he died, so, but it's a good movie. I think, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I think people should give it another shot. And then the last one that I bought, because the Disney movies now, like Home on the Range and Chicken Little and all this other shit is fucking retarded and I don't like it. Princess and the Frog looks terrible, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but this one is the last good Disney movie, I think, last good, like, masterpiece, classic, whatever. And that is Lilo and Stitch, which this, I believe, came out on a 2-disc special edition, like, in Europe or something, years ago. And it took them forever to give us the edition. This has, like, a 2-hour making of documentary, which I think is pretty good. My brother recently told me he didn't like it, that it was boring, but I think it's pretty good. This movie's hilarious, but that's the end of them. I mean, there's nothing really good out there anymore. Next, I want to go into, quickly, the Disney animated movies that aren't technically considered classics or masterpieces or anything like that. They're just kind of like miscellaneous. And the Pixar movies that I own. So, try to do this. This is going to be in alphabetical order. This won't be chronological order. I'm trying to do this in 3 minutes or 4 minutes so I don't have to do a fourth video. This one, a lot of people may not have ever seen on DVD because you can only get it through the Disney Movie Club. I joined the Disney Movie Club simply to get this DVD. And that is DuckTales the movie. It's got a game on it and that's it, but it's in widescreen and I have it on DVD. I'm very happy with this. They've never released it in stores yet, but you know, they might. Alright, next up we have an extremely goofy movie, which I think is I think this is out of print, I'm not sure, but the sequel, like direct-to-video sequel that came out on my birthday in 2000, to Goofy movie, which I do not have on DVD because it's only available in full screen. I'm waiting to see if Disney ever puts it in widescreen. If not, I'm going to buy it from the UK because I can get it in widescreen from there. I've done that with Powerpuff Girls and one of the Pokemon movies too. Next up, I'm sure everyone has this one, which is Finding Nemo. I haven't watched it in a really, really, really long time, but I remember enjoying this, so one of these days I'll have to sit down and watch it. I'm not a big fan of the Pixar movies anymore. They're kind of crappy now. Last one I saw besides Up, which I was dragged to well, I wasn't dragged to, but I wasn't going to go see it. But anyway, the last one I saw was actually this one, The Incredibles. I've never seen any of them after this one, up until Up, which I didn't really like. It was okay. This one's fantastic. They need to make a sequel to this. This is a really good movie. Special feature-wise, I don't know if I've ever watched any of these, but this movie is fantastic, and I believe this is PG too, so... Next up, we have something I don't really want anymore, but it was a birthday gift and I feel bad getting rid of it, which is Lady and the Tramp 2. This is the original Lady and the Tramp 2 release, not the special edition or whatever that came out a couple of years ago. The movie's okay, but it's also got a DTS track on it. So it's Fantasia 2000, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Alright, I gotta fucking pick this up. Alright, next up is Little Mermaid 2, which I think is one of the very, very better sequels. That Disney does. Disney's really butchered their movies sequel-wise, but this one's really good. I like this. I had it on DVD, and then I got rid of it, and then I was waiting forever for it to come back into print, because it went out of print. Next one up isn't as good as the other one, but I think it's still decent, which is Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning, which is the prequel to Little Mermaid. I don't know, I think this one's pretty good, where King Triton bans music because humans kill his wife, and... I think it's a pretty good movie, although I don't like the guy who does the voice of King Triton, because Kenneth Mars didn't come back for whatever reason, who knows. Next one up is Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, which I really liked. I tried watching Twice Upon a Christmas and wasn't digging it, so this one's pretty good. I bought it last year, and then I never watched it, so it's been a long time since I've seen that one. Alright, next up we have... Monsters, Inc., which is coming out to Blu-ray next year. I don't know when, but it's coming out next year. This one I went and saw just to see the Star Wars Episode 2 teaser, which was a waste of money because the teaser sucked, and then the movie sucked. But I actually ended up enjoying this movie. So, pretty good. And then we have Toy Story. This is the Ultimate Toy Box, which is very out of print. This came out in 2000, and it's been out of print for a long time. It's got the 2 movies and then a bonus disc. These both have come out in 2-disc special editions, and I believe all the special features that were on the 3rd disc are on the 2 discs, so it's not that impressive anymore, but I enjoy it. I just saw them in the theater in 3D, and they looked pretty fantastic, so I'm expecting a Blu-ray release maybe next year to tie in with the 3rd movie. So I'm out of time, so thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone watching the Scooby-Doo videos. Very fast viewings on those, but thank you. Goodbye.